Hey guys, I'm with Props, and today I'm going to show you how I made a life-size Kakama, or the Great Mask of Speed, typically worn by the Bionicle Pohatu from the Bionicle movie series. I made some templates for these. If you guys want to check those out, I'll have them somewhere. I'll have a link somewhere to do them. But I just cut those all out of cardboard and then went through and started breaking up all of the corrugation lines just to get everything to bend right. For the main faceplate, you're going to need those larger pieces that look like they have eye cutouts, because those are eye cutouts, and then I just broke those up using my fingers to break up the cardboard and get it bendable. I then used some hot glue to glue together the two larger pieces to the middle piece. Make sure that the middle rectangular piece is underneath the two when you glue them together, not above, because it will give the mask a slightly recessed detail that the actual Lego piece has. So you want to make sure to keep that just for accuracy's sake and so that it looks pretty good. After gluing those together, I went through and glued the pieces right above the eyes together so that they would connect with that central cardboard piece to make the helmet round. If you're not getting the round shape you need, you might need to break up the corrugation a little bit, or maybe even cut a dart in. I'm working with pretty thin cardboard, so it bends pretty easy, but thicker stuff like Costco boxes or something, you might need to cut a dart in so that it does bend right. I then went through and made a little vent section that goes on the top of the helmet, just using some of the pieces, and then I went through and made the vents that go along the side that make up the main structure of Pohatu's mask and probably his most definable features. When gluing these together, you want to make sure to have the bottom piece be along the inside of those two cardboard pieces that make up the sides of it, so that they are a little bit wider. If you do the other way, then it might become too thin and the top and the bottom part might not fit on right. I glued both of the top and bottom part on just using a liberal amount of hot glue to kind of fill in the seams. The part may not fit on exactly. I did have to do a lot of guesswork to get it to fit, so if your cardboard dimensions are a little bit off, then it might not fit on exactly right, but you can always go through and fill that in with either hot glue or spackle or some form of filler. Just mirror the pieces to make the other side, and then you'll see on the template I have a few lines drawn out on the actual mask for placement of these. You don't have to follow this exactly, since there is some differentiation between the Lego piece and the cartoon character or magazine character, so you may want to change it up. But I just glued it on using those lines as reference, and you want to use a lot of hot glue to make sure those stand on well. Along with the vent section on the top, use a lot of hot glue as well with that. I used a pair of scissors to cut out the mouth hole part where you can put a bottle cap or something. On the templates, I just have a circle that you can cut out to glue behind it, but if you want to give it a little more depth, then you can glue in a bottle cap. I'm just using a bottle cap off of a larger water bottle that I found, and so I just glued that behind it after cutting out the circle. I then went through and reinforced the helmet with some wood glue. Wood glue is a resin-based glue, so it kind of has the same properties as resin, just without most of the toxic effects of it. Plus, it's a lot cheaper than most resins, though they're like 5-minute epoxy and stuff is about as cheap as this, so you could probably use that. But I just went through and brushed that over the whole thing. I did 4 coats of this just to make sure that the helmet was nice and sturdy, and then I went through and applied my spackling. The spackling that I'm actually using right now is like a combination of some old stuff and then a new can of it, so it didn't really mix that well, so I had to mix in a lot of water and stuff. And it also didn't sand very well because it had a lot of little chunks in it that just broke off when I sanded it. So make sure to use a new thing of spackling whenever you're trying out a new project, because otherwise it's going to sand terrible. I mean, I did like 4 coats of spackling anyways, so it didn't really matter in the end, but just watch out for the mistakes that I made. After giving everything a really light sand, I went through and spread on some Bondo spot putty over the whole helmet just to fill in all of the little imperfections and cracks and everything, and to kind of reinforce it, since Bondo is also a resin material, though it is pretty toxic, so you want to either wear gloves or not let it touch you, and wear a respirator because this stuff smells terrible, like I've said a lot of times in my 3D printing videos. Definitely make sure to wear a respirator when sanding it, because that stuff is very fine and could probably do some serious damage to your lungs and nose and all that. And then I went through and hit it with some gloss brown spray paint, just painting that on using some Rust-Oleum brown spray paint. And then I went through and hit all the edges with a silver marker, just giving it a little bit of battle damage and paint chipping on there. And then I went through and used some files to dig away and to create some sketches and battle damage on the sides of it. I painted over those scratches with some silver metallic paint, just some of the cheap Dollar Tree stuff, so nothing super expensive at all. And I just brushed that on all of the cracks to cover up the spackle that was showing through underneath it. After letting the paint dry, I went through and glued in some mesh cloth around the eye holes, just so that you can't see someone's eyes when they're wearing the mask. Gives a little more privacy and makes it look cooler too. After all that hot glue and stuff had solidified and stuff, I went through and glued on some Velcro straps along the sides of the mask so that it fits on my face. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I like the subtle weathering that the mask has, and it really fits my head pretty well. There is a few things I might change in the future, like sanding some of the seams and stuff, but overall I'm really happy with how it turned out. If you guys end up using the templates to make this, be sure to tag me in a photo or send me the photos via Discord or something so that I can show them off to everyone else. I want to eventually make a video just showing off all the things you guys have made, so I'll do that eventually. Be sure to check out my Patreon and possibly support me through that so that I can continue to make these videos. It wouldn't have been possible without my Patreons. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. Let me know what builds and stuff you guys want me to make, and I'll get making them. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next vid. Bye.